Kind of hard to see in here. Welcome to Gail's Garden Herbs and More. You know, many of us don't have much money especially this day and age. So you kind of have to use what you've got. And I wanted to get my chickens back. So what did I have? Well, I had this little dog kennel that I've used for so many different things. So we put in 2 boards and put little outlets coming out from the boards, and then we cut a couple branches and laid across those boards. And those boards were somebody had dumped a bunch of stuff, and the guy where they dumped it told him my son he could have them, so he gave me a bunch of the 2x4s. So that's what the 2x4s are. And then we cut the branches, and we set up a roost for them that way, so that I still have room to get in here a little bit to walk through. And these egg boxes my daughter got, but her chickens didn't like them, so she gave them to me. Actually, these were some, I had 24 at the last place, had to give them all to her because I had to move here, and then had to prepare a place for them, which has taken me several months. But yeah, so anyway, I got 4 of them back, and I may get a couple more. I seem to have plenty of room. Okay, so what next? Well, it had a little tarp over the top, which is getting old and starting to rip. So then I put a small blue tarp over that, and we tied it down with ties and wire. I had a bunch of these different types things that we put on there to put that tarp. And then we put well, let me show you. This is old wire that I've taken with me from place to place to place. The 3rd time I've used it for different things each time. So we put that wire over the frame of the repurposed 2x4s. We cut another branch for out here, if you can see right across there. And he put wire across there, and then we put a long strip that actually went over the top of the tarp, so that a coon or something can't rip the tarp and get to the chickens, because there's wire up there as well. Then over the whole thing, we put a big tarp, which we had to pull back a little on this end and kind of brought it out a little to keep the water from going in. I had pieces of board insulation from different projects that I've been saving, and I just kind of wired that on this side to kind of keep wind from where they set at night on their roost. The door is still open. I may see if I can find some. I've pretty much used all my insulation now. But they do need some airflow, which I've got plenty. And I had that thing that I hung down on the other end to block the wind too. So they didn't seem to want to go out in the sunshine for the first day. So we had sunshine happen to be that day. So I put this to kind of filter the sun a little bit. And now they want to come all the way out to the sun. But come this summer, that'll give them a little bit of semi-shade too, besides inside there. So, are you girls happy girls? Are you happy girls? Huh? Are you happy girls? Yeah, you're happy girls, huh? I try to keep them happy. They don't have a very long life. Although I've got one my daughter has that's still alive, and I don't know how. I don't think she's laying anymore, but she must be 7 or 8 years old, and usually chickens only live maybe 6 or 7 if they're well taken care of. But we feed them either in, it's either organic or non. Gosh, I can't think of it right now. Anyway, yeah, we feed them good food, so that our eggs are healthy. Get this in focus. But yeah, that's a cuckoo Moran, those striped ones. Those are cuckoo Morans. And then my little Hattie one there, she's a Polish hen. And then I have The reddish one down on the end is an Americana. So, but yeah. And then this is kind of on a hill. So my son put these supports to make sure that if a dog comes out here and jumps against it or something, it doesn't knock it over, which it shouldn't, but anyway, try to keep it done up the best we can. You have to do things like this. You have to use what you have. Now what I did here was I have my shed on this side and a fence on this side. So I did this, I had them put my shed here on purpose that way so I'd have room to put my outside stuff. But I needed somewhere to put my chicken food, and I've got behind all this plastic. Got it covered with plastic because we're in a lot of rain. I've got hay and wood chips down there, and then I've got food over there in that can and food in that can. There's still some rain that can come down the side, but it's not right on everything. And just what we did was put a couple poles, put a cattle panel over, and then just, I had a small tarp. I wished I'd had a bigger one, but you have to use what you have, and it does help to keep the rain from directly on it. I didn't even have any pallets, so what I did was just laid some flat old wood pieces and laid the hay stuff on that to keep it off the wet ground. But this is just a couple examples. I do this all the time. My son's really good at it, and my daughter. But yeah, this is the kind of things that you have to do, is use what you have, use your imagination. When I was teaching in private Christian schools, I always tried to teach my kids to use their imagination. And there's why would a teacher do that? Like part of them, I've told this story before, it just shocked me that a good deal of my students didn't know how to use their imagination and play with stick horses. Because I had anywhere from 2nd through 4th grade. Sometimes I just had 4th, sometimes I had just 3rd, sometimes I had 2nd and 3rd, sometimes I had 3rd and 4th, just depended on the year. But right in that area. But the few that had stick horses, I had them bring. And then we had sticks and brooms and things for the others. And we went out, and the kids that knew how to pretend, I had them help me to teach the others how to pretend. And then I also had things like electronics day and stuff. They would earn that, where they would bring all their electronics and I would let them play on that. But and that's fine. That's something they're used to. I wasn't against it. I just wanted them to have more than just stuck on the electronics. I wanted them to know how to use their imagination, because there comes a time in life that you may have to use your imagination. Yes, there comes a time in life that sometimes your imagination may save your life, may help you to do the things that you need to do. So imagination in children are very important, and in adults as they grow. So these, we're talking about using what you have, and there's another aspect of using what you have. Many of us have talents, some don't even know they have them. So experiment, try different things, see what you're good at, work at it for a while. It may take a while to develop it, but work at it. Use those talents in your everyday life if you can, but mainly what I'm thinking is pray about it. Think of a way to use what you can do for the Lord the best that you can. That's really the things that are going to last the most. All the rest of this stuff is temporary for this life. Only the things that you do for the Lord will truly last. So think about that. If you want something that's really going to last into eternity, use your talents to help people understand about the Lord, to learn about the Lord, maybe to encourage them when they're down, or help them to learn the Word of God, and help them to learn how to research the Word. And wherever the talents may lead you, in whatever way, here again is your imagination. Use your imagination to figure out how you can use those talents to honor the Lord and reach people for the kingdom. And those type of things, that kind of thing lasts for eternity. The chicken pen, It's good for now. Maybe last for my chicken's life. But what's going to last for eternity? Something to think about. God bless. We'll catch you all later.